Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I'm implementing the 12-week year to make the most out of my goal setting in 2023. So to start off, I listened to the 12-week year book. I listened to the audiobook for it and kind of took some notes on the main concepts and stuff, and then I just started implementing the 12-week year 1 week ago. So if you see me looking down at my computer at all, I'm just looking at my notes. That way I make sure I stay on track, and that way I make sure I share like the right goals and tactics with you throughout the video. So I'm implementing the 12-week year, and the starting date is January 9th, and I'm starting it on a Monday just because that's how a lot of the guides and stuff did it. So I'm just sticking it to their way. That way it's easier to kind of like keep track of everything, and that gives me like Sunday to be the day that I check in. So the first week runs from January 9th to January 15th. So I just finished my first week and I'm moving on to the second week. So I'm kind of getting in the swing of things, making any changes that I need to, and just chugging along at my goals. So I found PDFs online, plus my dad also had some PDFs because they use the 12-week year at his work. So he actually had access to some of those. So I was able to get those, but they also have free PDFs online if you're interested. You can just look up 12-week year PDF or workbook or whatever, and there's tons of free stuff online for that. So I use the 12-week year workbook to write out my aspirational vision and my long-term goals, my 12-week goals, and then the tactics or the actions that I need to take to get to those goals. So hopefully I'm not looking all over the place, but I'm going to be pulling up my stuff on my iPad. I'm reading my notes off of my computer, but I have my goals and stuff on my iPad, so I'm just going to open that up now, and I'm going to run through an example of one of my goals so that you can kind of see how I went about making all of the goal and then the actions that I need to take to achieve that goal. So there are two things. There is the lag indicator and the lead indicator. So the lag indicator is like what goal you want to achieve. So like those would be, for example, like say it's lose 5 pounds or make this much amount of money or something like that. Those would be like the outcome of your goal, like what exactly you want to achieve. And then your lead indicators are the things that you're doing in order to get to that lag indicator. So that would be like working out, or say you like have a job where you have to make a certain amount of sales or something, then it would be like make this many sales. Those are all going to get you closer to those goals of like losing weight or making this amount of money. So that's kind of how it works. So you set your lag indicators and then you write out all of the different tactics or actions, which are the lead indicators to getting to that main goal. Hopefully this isn't confusing, but if you really want to know a lot about like the 12-week year, I definitely recommend reading the book, maybe finding like an audiobook online, or I don't know, I don't think the book's that expensive, so I definitely recommend checking it out if you want to know more about it. Plus there are tons of videos online that are like summaries of it, just explaining how it works. There are blogs online that explain how it works. There's so many things that you can look into if you don't want to actually read the whole book, but you're just interested in knowing like the summary points. Definitely check those out. All you have to do is type in like 12-week year summary or 12-week year, how the 12-week year works, stuff like that, and you should get some videos, blogs, stuff like that of how it all works. So I'm going to run through one of my goals for an example. So my goal number 1 is to meet requirements for monetization on YouTube and earn $100. So this would be my lag indicator. So this is like what main thing I want to achieve. And now let's go into the lead indicators, which are things I can do that are like action points or things I can do to get to this goal. So these include posting 2 videos a week, being consistent, following a schedule of 2 videos per week on my channel. The other one is to post 1 YouTube short a week. So using YouTube shorts either to promote my videos or to make like a completely different video, just to bring in different viewers and stuff, because shorts is a lot different than actually filming like a long form video. My third lead indicator is to get 1 week ahead and stay 1 week ahead on videos. I've noticed in the past that I will get like in a good routine of filming and posting videos, but then something will happen. I'll have a busy week at school, or I don't know, something happens that I am unable to film or something for a week, and then I just like stop completely. So I'm really trying to stay ahead a week. That way, if I do have a busy week, it's not the end of the world, and I'll be like having a little bit of buffer of stuff and be able to pick up and get back ahead after that, if that makes sense. My fourth lead indicator is to figure out how the heck to use TikTok and like how to make TikToks and stuff like that, and then start posting at least one a week. I'm pretty sure this probably sounds really easy to some people that like use TikTok regularly, but I have no idea how it works. Like it's like not anything that I really understand. Like I'm so used to like long form content that I don't know exactly how to go about making short form content. So it's might sound easy, and maybe it is easy. Maybe once I get the hang of it, like one video a week will sound silly, and maybe I'll bump it up to like 3 videos a week or something like that. I just need to like just start, because that's my issue. I'm not like posting anything. I'm not even starting. So I'm not gonna see any progress with that if I'm not doing anything. So I just want to like get started, do something, because something is better than nothing. And I'm hoping that I can use this to help grow this channel and bring in some more viewers from different platforms and stuff. I just know TikTok's really good for like growing things, and like you can have like a video go viral so easily on there is what I hear. So I don't know, I just want to try it out, kind of see if I like it. I feel like a lot of people are switching to those short form content platforms, which isn't what I want to do. Like I really like the long form content, but it would be nice to kind of switch it up and just try different things, but we'll see how it goes. I feel like this lighting is making me look very pale, but I am very pale, so there's nothing I can do about it. So my last lead indicator for this goal is to do 1 hour of video research a week. So basically what this means is it could be like looking through what videos are trending, looking through like if people requested videos on my comments and stuff, looking what they requested, looking at my analytics to see like what my viewers are searching, stuff like that. Just like thinking of ideas, looking up ideas to figure out like what performs the best right now, and just to come up with more ideas on what to film. So one of the PDFs, I have it in front of me right now, is the weekly plan and scorecard. And basically with this, you write like what your goals are for this week. So you kind of take your big goal and you split it up into a smaller goal, and then you write that there, and then you put all of your key actions or tactics that you need to complete in the week to help you get closer to that goal. And then you get to score it at the end to see what percentage of those tactics you completed, and then kind of see how it works out with getting to your goal. So the other thing that you are supposed to do, which I failed to do this the first week, so I'm going to try to do better the second week on doing this, but you are supposed to schedule in a couple blocked periods. One is called the strategic block, which this is 3 hours dedicated to working on your business. So like it doesn't have to be business, but like working on that goal. I just use business as an example, but it's like 3 hours dedicated to growing whatever you're trying to grow, or it's supposed to be business, I'm pretty sure. So the other thing about the 12-week year is they have you set like personal goals, business goals. There's like 3 categories, I think, of goals that you can set. So I like set a goal for my health and fitness. I set a goal for business, if you want to call it. I'm just crossing that out and writing YouTube basically. And then my third one is like a school related goal. So I have those 3 categories and like 3 different goals that I'm working towards in the 12 weeks, but I'm finding that it's kind of hard to balance my time between each goal. So I might have to tweak it later or in my next 12 weeks to focusing more on one goal. But anyways, the strategic block is 3 hours that you block out in your week. So you sit down for a whole 3 hours and you work strictly on your business. And then the other thing that you have to schedule in is a buffer block. So you can do like 1 to 2 of these a week, but it's basically like I think 30 minutes to an hour of like work. It's like administrative work is what they called it, I'm pretty sure. So say you have like emails you need to answer, or say for a YouTube video there's like comments that you need to comment back to, stuff like that you would normally do every day. You can block out 2 chunks to your week to dedicate to getting it all done. That way it's not distracting you throughout the week. The last type of block is a breakout block, and I'm pretty sure this is just, you can dedicate it to yourself. That way you don't get burnt out. So you take like 3 hours out of your week and dedicate it to being like creative or something related to that is kind of what I got from it. So if you wanted to dedicate it to some sort of self-care or a hobby or being creative, just anything that you enjoy doing, that way you don't get burnt out from all the work you're putting in towards your goals. So their rule for this is you need at least one of these breakout blocks in a week, that way you don't get burnt out. So I'm going to try to schedule those in. I might not do a full 3 hour, I might break it up into smaller like 1 hour breaks, because I feel like 3 hours is just a long time, but who knows, it might go fast when you're actually in the 3 hours. So after you have these blocks set in, you kind of want to take like a time blocking approach. I know this doesn't work for everyone, but I think this is the approach I'm going to take this week. Is I'm going to like time block what I'm doing in different hours. That way I make sure I have enough time, because I'm currently in my clinical rotation, so I don't have a ton of time, so I need to time manage well and make sure I'm using my mornings or my afternoons to its advantage, so I'm getting the most out of the day. Because sometimes I realize I have all this time in the morning that I'm just wasting like on my phone or other things like that. So I need to make sure I'm being intentional about my time and putting it towards getting closer to those goals. I'm sorry also if it annoys you that I talk with my hands so much. I don't know why I do this, but it annoys me sometimes, so hopefully it's not like too distracting to you guys. So some of the things that I'm using on my iPad right now is I have that weekly plan and scorecard that I talked about, and then the other thing I have is I'm just writing out what I need to do each day. I have like a weekly spreadsheet thing on my Notability, and it just has like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like every day of the week, and I just write my to-do list for each of those days. And I find this very helpful. That way I know like how I'm going to split everything up, and then I can actually go in and time block each individual thing, which I haven't done that for this week yet, which I probably should because it is already Monday, but I'm going to go through it and kind of block out everything for the week. That way it's like set on when things are going to happen. So that's kind of how I am implementing the 12-week year. The other thing I'm going to be doing is filming updates every so often on how I'm doing. That way sharing it will kind of hold me accountable. If I share it on here with you guys, then you know what my goals are, you know what I'm supposed to be doing, and that kind of like helps hold you more accountable. So I think I'm going to be filming like after 2 weeks, kind of giving you an update on how my goals are going, if I'm reaching my goals, if I'm like completing those tactics, and any changes I've had to make in the plan. Because the point of it is, if you're doing your key actions and you're completing those like tactics that you set, you should be getting closer to the goals. Like you shouldn't worry so much about getting those goals, you're worrying about doing the actions that it's going to take to get there. So say you're completing all of your actions and you're still not seeing the results towards your goals, then you might need to change something in your planning and adjust what you're doing, because your tactics might not be working for achieving those goals. So again, I didn't do the best job completing all of my tactics and stuff the first week, so I might not see those goals that I was hoping for being achieved. So I might need to either stick to my plan better, create a better plan that I can stick to, or just change my tactics altogether because maybe they're not good enough to get me to my goals. But that is all for how I am setting my 12-week goals. So hopefully this works, breaking up the year into basically 4 separate years, and I guess I'll just keep you guys posted on how it's working, and I just hope I see a lot more progress with this, because I have a hard time giving myself such a long time to complete something. I'm more likely to complete it if I give myself a smaller deadline, so that's the point with this. So hopefully it works out. I guess you guys will see if it ends up working out or not, but that is all for today's video. I hope you guys found this helpful and enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below whether or not you're going to implement the 12-week year, or if you've already implemented it, or what your goals are. Just let me know down in the comments, and I will see you all back in my next video. Bye!